Hi everyone, this is Margaret Manning with Boomerly. Life after 50 is full of transitions. There's a lot of change going on in our lives. Our jobs may be changing, we may be shifting relationships or getting divorced. Our children are leaving home, going back to school or starting their own lives, their own careers. And friendships may be dissolving as people move abroad or to other parts of the country. So there's a lot on our minds. We think about retirement. Did we save enough money? Are we going to be able to afford to live the way that we want to after we retire? So there's a lot of worry, a lot on our minds, which leads to anxiety and stress, and sometimes to depression. And in fact, depression is really a big concern for people in their 50s. It turns out that about 1 in 7 people in their 50s are being treated for depression. And a recent Gallup poll said that this demographic of 50-year-olds, boomers, is actually being treated for depression more than any other age group of people. So it's a really big issue, and I think it's something we can fight back against, and we can help ourselves and also help our friends who might be experiencing depression as well. Now, the first thing, though, to say is that depression is very complex, and there's no one answer, there's no one solution to it. So if you are feeling depressed and it feels a bit overwhelming, it might be a really good idea to talk to some professional counselor, someone that can really help you get deep into the issue that you're dealing with, and come out of it in a constructive way. But there are some things that you can try to do that will hopefully pull you out of a depression. One thing, of course, is exercise. And I'm a big believer in exercise. I think it does several things. Gives you confidence about your body and about yourself. Gives you that sense that you're in control, that you're actually doing something to make things better. And it also produces all kinds of wonderful hormones and chemicals that trick your brain into thinking you're happy and feeling good about yourself and about life. So exercise, I think, is really important. Get in better shape. The second thing is not to isolate yourself. To not let yourself slip into that loneliness mentality and not getting out into the world, just staying home, being reflective and just thinking, too much. It's important to get out into the world and get a perspective on life. And one way to do that is a third thing, is to get some activity involved with mentoring or helping in the community. It doesn't have to be full-time. It's something, perhaps you could work in a after-school program for kids, or teach an instrument, or share the wisdom that you've learned in your career as a mentor for a startup business, for example. There's so many things you can do. And once you get out there and start engaging with people, then you really will start, I think, to sort of shift the lens of depression. Another thing is to make new friends. In fact, this is what Boomerly is all about, to help people make meaningful friendships with people that have the same interests as them. And that new friendships can lead to all kinds of new activities, and you just get a different sense of the values in your life that you may be shifting in your 50s. So friendship, I think, intimate friendship, where you're really getting to know someone and they get to care about you and care about your dreams and your future, is really important. So I think friendships is important. So those are 4 ideas that I think are perhaps useful for shifting the lens on depression. I'd love for to get a conversation going on this. If you go to the website, you'll find this article, and at the bottom, just leave your comments. And the question I'd like to ask you is, what advice would you give to a friend or someone who who is struggling with depression? What would you say to them? What advice would you give? I really think that this is an area where we can help each other through our experience and our wisdom about life, and let's encourage one another to get through this. So leave your comments in the article, and I look forward to the conversation. Thanks everyone for being here.